Hello and welcome to this episode of Health Waves podcast. I'm Eilis, your host and a nutritional therapist. Today I'm delighted to be joined by a fellow nutritional therapist, Oliver McCabe. Familiar from cookery shows, TV guest and food festivals around the country. Oliver has worked in various roles over many years in the industry. We share a passion sharing knowledge to the younger generation, teaching kids and teenagers the importance of cookery skills and nutrition. That's what I'd like to talk to you more about as a whole foods chef, cookery book author, and your talks and demonstrations. You're welcome and thanks for joining us today. To begin, where did the interest first start in whole foods?
Yeah, so I was brought up above a greengrocer.
That explains a lot.
There was a corner shop. Both like stores.
Mm-hmm.
My parents began back in the late 50s. Yeah, a long time ago. There was a greengrocer on the front and the fuel merchants in the back. My mom looked after the greengrocer. I would have been in and out, I think, and I ran the place.
Yeah.
My dad passed away when I was 4 years old.
Dear.
Yeah, in 1980. My mom took on the business herself. Amazing woman and person. She was working a lot and brought us into the kitchen to teach us how to cook. It's pretty much what I'm doing today, saying practice with cooking as a life skill.
Isn't that lovely? You're bringing it on.
But yeah, and she instilled that in us and educated us. Basic recipes. We used Deirdre Madden's All About Home Economics.
Yeah.
Cooked a lot. We made like pizzas, like from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
We made soups. Obviously had to prep veg. I was using a dinner knife with cutting veg.
Yeah.
You know, look, we didn't have sharp knives, never cut myself. And peeled, obviously, how to mash or roast, etc. Then I travelled after college. I went to Australia to broaden my horizons and my mind about what else was going on in the world.
Trends were changing, food was changing, and you were experiencing it before us in Ireland.
I saw then gorgeous grocery health store in Australia, and I saw this combination type store where there was the greengrocer, flower shop, cafe, and wine and juice bar.
My type of shop.
It's like, I haven't seen that. I would have been in early 20s. Mm-hmm. My mom contacted me. She said she'd like to retire and would I think about coming into the business and be creative. I think she knew I was creative and it needed that. So I came home and I worked as a greengrocer.
Brilliant.
And then I started studying, reading up, just started learning about it. Because I wanted to know what was going on behind fruit and vegetables, vitamins, mineral. I wanted to know what I was selling to the public and be transparent. And so eventually, I think about 3 years later, we transformed it into a health store with a juice bar.
Okay.
That was about 2004.
Yeah.
Then I started studying with IIH.
Yeah.
I suppose when you go into that field, you have to answer customers' questions.
And you wanted to have that foundation to know that you were imparting the right knowledge. That's a little bit similar, I suppose, to why I went in. I wanted to understand. I knew some things inherently, obviously knew brown flour and brown bread is healthier, but I wanted to know why. If I was to give a cookery demonstration, I wanted to be able to answer questions and know the science behind it. So you're really good at the practical side of things, giving demonstrations and talk. How did that evolve?
It just happened. Like Select Stores in Dalkey was such an experience. It was there for 16 to 7 years. It's like a whole 360. Looking back, the location was very important.
Yeah.
I was asked to set up juice parties within because the kids loved coming in to be able to choose fruit and veg. The atmosphere and the excitement, fruit and veg prepped into a juice or a smoothie. And then they have this gorgeous drink with a funny name.
Yeah. Before the larger smoothie chains came in, it was very new.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. And it worked. The feedback was immense and families were happy. We grew going into more schools and giving talks. I studied whole food chefing with Carmen Summers in West Cork. And she taught me just how to put local ingredients together.
Yeah.
I grew the business into a cafe called Fuel Food. And that's when the first book occurred. There was media there. There's, it's a fluent area where you do get asked to be part of a column or an interview on radio or television.
Yeah, organically. That's the best way for things to happen, though, isn't it? They came looking for you based on everything that happened with the shop. And that's fabulous. You didn't really go out intending to give these talks to schools initially.
Oh, they've always been approached. I always believe in positive word of mouth.
Yeah.
Believe in that.
And social media and everything.
Yeah, because people just love to chat. And if you've seen this, what he or she is doing, it's brilliant to be part of this. And that's how we grew and traveled to schools, colleges, corporate events throughout the country. It opened up engagement into the independent health store community.
Yeah.
I got to become an ambassador for Health Stores Ireland.
Yeah.
Ireland has the most health stores per capita in Europe.
Do we really? Yeah. I actually wasn't aware of that. Yeah. It's good to hear because there have been so many closures. There's nothing like an independent health store. I always tell clients, go in, talk to your independent health store because the knowledge in there is amazing.
And that's one thing I was really proud of coming away from the family business was you have 100 customers a day asking you questions.
Yeah.
With nutritional therapy, it's like a private investigation. So that's one thing what I was really proud of, that everything was positive. I brought that with me. It opened it up to natural health brands. Now I work with brands in Ireland and the UK and Denmark, and we work with the independent health store community in Ireland and the UK with an amazing mental health resilience organisation called LA 519.
Yes.
Yeah, so LA 519, the story of how I got to know LA 519 was I was asked to do an event up in Monaghan.
Yeah.
In Glasgow called Inspire Living Joy.
Okay.
It was to raise funds for suicide prevention, awareness, suicide bereavement and that. And I did it because my best friend's nephew committed suicide.
Oh, dear.
And he was a personal trainer in Dublin. Amazing person.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I did the event. I was on for an hour and whoever was on after didn't show up. So I stayed on. I didn't realize LA 519, the organization, was associated to this festival.
Yeah.
And I'd met a couple maybe a few years before. I didn't make any connection. Then they approached me. They called me after, Barry Oppie and Dee Hottie, and said, thank you so much. We inspired Living Joy. It's great success. They told me their story. They had lost their son through suicide. Luke Oppie, they set up this organization for mental health support with kids, teenagers, nationwide, website, texting service, phone service, all with a professional therapist.
So your role within that then?
So because of the cookbook, the Kids Kitchen Takeover, we brought that, I suppose, we kind of tweaked it to, well, it is about cooking more for students, secondary school, teenagers, cooking as a life skill, mental health, resilience support mentally. They must understand what we consume each day benefits us or take away from our energy, our mindset.
Our brains and heads aren't separate what we're taking in. I think there's a big gap. They don't realise what they're taking in affects how their brain is functioning. They might associate it with gut issues, but not mental issues or the brain. Yeah, no, I was just going to ask you then about how you're getting on in schools and what kind of diets are you seeing them eating in their day-to-day life, like in schools, teenagers?
Yeah, like it would be an interactive cookery demo.
Yeah.
Cookery demo. You only have an hour.
Yeah.
We have 3 recipes we prep, which I don't do the cooking, they do the cooking.
So they're hands-on cooking in class. Okay. Now, it has to be schools then that have that kind of kitchen setup. So you can set up anywhere then. It doesn't matter then if the school doesn't have home ec rooms or anything.
Even classroom, you're in the libraries.
And they are hands-on doing the food as well.
Yeah, so I treat it like the motivational, like a game show.
Yeah.
It's full of like motivation and inspiration. Sometimes we do a countdown to get them started. We go straight into breakfast. A lot of students, sometimes they're not coming into school with a breakfast.
I know.
And you inform them about the importance of breakfast. They don't have to, if they don't feel like breakfast, but they can't forget the ingredients they're missing out on. That's what we do, pre-prepared fiber flapjacks, or we keep it simple so that they can relate to. It's something very simple with ingredients they can buy in supermarkets. And there's the sensory magic as well. When they see it, the visual, the smell, it's very important for students at that age. And what I have or from experience, like confirmed experience, the more they understand the nutrients or macronutrient behind what they are prepping, the more they become confident and trustworthy with what they're prepping, and they will eat it.
I know, rather than just been told, this is good for you, or don't eat this, or,
We've seen that once they are prepping, they eat it and they're having seeds for the first time.
Yeah. Yeah, and understanding the goodness attached to them, maybe the effect it could have on them. You must get great interaction from them. Do they chat about what they're eating in their lives, or would they be like, oh, I wouldn't be interested in that?
It depends. I was saying this before, location and community comes into it. In the last 18 months, there's been about 150 events in Ireland and the UK. So I've seen what goes on in town, villages throughout the country.
A good cross section of different communities.
I also notice with students who have a foundation of nutrition or cooking, there's always small independent food stores, similar to where I came. And it shows you if it's the environment, visiting those stores, going to farmers markets in that area, that usually has a greater foundation for that child or student. And also the parents involved as well. With a supermarket, there isn't the educational side. Food's brought in, put on the shelf, and that's it. There needs to be more nutrition within supermarkets. I do see a difference when that is projected.
Yeah.
The benefits big time.
Yeah. There's a huge surge in chronic disease in young people, hormone-related, gut issues, mental health, depression, mood disorders. They have to start relating it to what they're eating. I saw a UK statistic on the ultra-processed diet of a toddler, and it was something like 40-something% and went up to 57% over 7 years of age, which is enormous. Ultra-processed food is possibly safe in tiny amounts, but now we know it's taken over. In some cases, that percentage is even bigger. What kind of association would you see between that diet and their health issues?
During the talk demos, we keep everything positive. I do touch upon it, but mostly about them understanding real food ingredients rather than what's arriving in a box prepared. You didn't make this type of food yourself. You make your own food. You can trust yourself. See the ingredients in front of you. You've done the shopping. But when you make an order or a takeaway or a pre-prepared meal, you don't know what these ingredients are.
No.
You don't know the nutritional value and what that could be doing to your overall health. If you think that's real food arriving in a box, pre-prepared, and you're paying extortion of money, trying to keep it positive. But the one issue mostly with teenagers today is insomnia, lack of sleep.
Yeah. It has a knock-on effect to food choices and what they want to eat.
It's not my forte, but sleep is number one, and obviously we touch upon how to overcome that. Unfortunately, a lot of them would be on energy drinks.
I know.
Sugar, coffee.
Yeah. It's crazy how simple it is to order. Just swipe it. What do I feel like? And it comes to the door. And between all the apps and Revolut, everything, I can see it here over the years. When the children were small, if you want to take away, you had to dig out your menu, then you'd find all these little steps that you had to go through. But now it's just bing, 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 ding dong. And you don't have to move.
Yeah. If they learn one thing about new ingredients that's nutritious for them, and they're going out to a supermarket or a health store to buy it, that's happy days for us. It's those little steps at that age to make a difference, because they won't always have their parents when they leave school to go to college. They have to fuel them optimally. Even if they have one recipe,
I know,
they can make themselves and friends. It overcomes a lot of obstacles as they get older and have their own families. Life is tough. But if you're eating pizzas and chips, burgers, chocolates.
And if they can cook one thing, it takes that fear away. If I can cook that, I can look up another recipe. Or if they have your cookery book and you can do one thing, then they can do anything.
We live in such a convenient lifestyle.
I'm amazed at the lack of cookery, the amazing ingredients we have. We've never had so many herbs, fruits and vegetables, programs and apps are at our fingertips, yet convenience winning over. It's mind-boggling, isn't it?
People wonder why they don't spend any money. It's important. Learning about a new fruit and vegetables, how to put them together. It's really interesting because I bring them up to work in pairs.
Okay.
We treat it a bit like a game show. And the lovely thing about the classroom, if it's a room of 30 or 70, they all work as a team.
Yeah.
We can do this.
Yeah.
Let's get this done. We do the veggie noodles with roast chicken. One wonder.
Gorgeous.
20 minutes, do it at the weekends and have it for Monday, Tuesday. It's like stressy Mondays or when they come out from school and then feed their parents.
I know.
And it's amazing. They all sit down and they'll have a dish and they're this is gorgeous, a new sensory magic. And I keep saying, you did this yourself. You're amazing.
Yeah.
You've got this. You can see those who have really come on, someone skilled. There's a chef there, there's a nutritional therapist there.
Yeah. Yeah. And hopefully you're sparking something in them. When they see the demonstration, they might think, oh, that could be a role for me, an area they could follow in college through nutrition or cooking.
I remember in primary school, the Irish Art Foundation coming in with puppets. That inspired me. It was funny.
Yeah.
I bring that into the talk.
Yeah. Keeping it positive. If you go dissing, they're just going to be bored. All you can do is give your positive spin on it and hopefully
90% of the time it's about the recipe, nutrition, putting the dish together step by step and learning about nutrition.
What kind of feedback do you get from them? Do you get much feedback, like positive feedback?
I suppose you would get a parent contacting the school saying so-and-so has been cooking or an interest in nutrition, or they are eating something new they were afraid of.
Yes. Would you see a lot of allergies and intolerances?
I always ask about allergies, but we had 70 there last week. With the recipes will always be gluten-free.
Would there be a difference between boys' schools, girls' schools?
No, last week there was no vegetarians or vegans. Even if it were, I always will do that first, just in case. You don't want to leave anyone out. We would not have dairy involved. I always see everything as whole foods.
Yeah.
There's a lot of interaction with questions. So if it's, again, who had breakfast, how are you feeling now? Susan, did you have your breakfast this morning?
Yeah.
Like, no.
Okay.
Then kind of explain that, what's happening.
Or a breakfast high in carbs with no protein, a bit of a slump.
And you have to be very careful of going into environments where lunchboxes don't exist anymore. There's outside catering, there's canteen. Be very aware of that. And their own individual environment.
And you don't know what environment they're coming from. Now, your cookery book, the Kids Kitchen Takeover, which is great. I did the dal last night and we have the flapjacks.
Yes.
I know it's whole foods, but there is no meat. Am I right?
This one is plant-based.
Plant-based,
I
of course.
suppose because the independent health store would be plant-based.
Okay.
Whole food.
Yeah.
Whole food ingredients. Mostly vegetables, seeds, cereal, grains, spices. All the recipes are photographed.
Yeah.
Step by step. With children, depending on age, so just look at the photographs and put it together that way.
I like that.
We use a lot of the same ingredients throughout the book, so it's friendly, cost effective. And I treated it as a storybook.
Yeah.
From start to finish. Some of my mom's recipes are in there. Grand's recipes.
Yeah, I saw one with tea cake, fruit cake. Can't beat a gorgeous fruit cake in the afternoon with a cup of tea.
Sophie Mars did a spiel recently. She did the OT bread again with her son.
Oh, fabulous.
I believe the first time would have been a bit nervous.
Yeah.
She was like, wow, it's working for kids when they learn, they're trusting, becoming confident with ingredients in their diet. The kitchen is a positive place. We're in the kitchen today, and it is the heart of the home.
I live in my kitchen. I just love my kitchen.
I always say, let your kids do your homework in the kitchen. One thing I learned from select stores, we had a seating area within the centre of the store. Kids were just watching everything.
Yeah.
What was being taken from the shelves, how to put that together.
Yeah.
And they absorb everything. The more they absorb, the more they want to learn. They want to be part of food, and it's important. They understand the whole practice.
Eating together is a huge part. Sitting around the table. It doesn't have to be a strict evening meal. It could be a healthy snack after school, chatting, or a brunch on a Sunday or a Saturday. That's really important.
And it's therapeutic. I love cooking.
There is something therapeutic about it.
Once you have your ingredients, you know where everything is, just do this. You get into a routine and it's not a chore. It's beneficial.
Yeah.
Or And that's what we convey.
I'd love to do more talks in schools with young people. I've given talks in relation to protein bars and protein kind of balls with the ingredients, the long list of ingredients that say in some bars. Like it's scary. I ate one myself one day out of curiosity. I didn't feel well after it. It was a shock to my system. But then just explaining, when you make something with natural ingredients and getting them to try and read the list, which they can't even read it because the words are so long and they're not like, it's not food really. But I really enjoyed that. And I think it's such an important job, particularly when it comes to mental health.
The brain and the gut
are connected.
Everything has to be awakened and gently look after the messages going up and down.
Yeah.
Talking about gut instinct, gut feeling, butterflies in your stomach.
Your gut instinct, when sometimes happen, you'll hold your tummy.
And then stress. Unfortunately, I get acid reflux a lot, which can be stress, or eating late at night. I find that really interesting as well. So we could touch upon areas. You only have an hour.
You could do it an hour a week. Yeah.
And again, the attention spans need to be very conscious of that, especially younger kids.
Yeah. And with social media, the attention span for everybody.
So,
although live interaction and chat really beats anything virtual, doesn't it?
Like one-to-one. I think they just find it fascinating. We only use a blender and a half unless we're making 3 recipes from it. And the smoothie, from my background being in a juice bar, I just think the best kitchen equipment is a good blender. Do smoothies, sauces, hummus, guacamole, batters, pancakes. It's safe enough once you use it properly with health and safety.
Yeah.
And even with smoothies, it's funny because they do it themselves. I have a variety of fruit, vegetables, seeds, fiber, ingredients. Interesting.
You see some?
No, I don't think you should do.
Yeah.
Because you want it to taste nice.
I know, of course.
It doesn't matter about presentation.
No.
Because, again, that can impact on their mental health.
Yeah.
Get this right.
I know. Yeah, picture perfect.
It's like with the kind of Pinterest type. That should not come into it. It's just about nourishment.
Yeah, and tasting good.
Tasting.
Yeah.
Once they have that and put it together, the sense of achievement, even from making a smoothie and pouring it out to their friends.
Yeah.
We did this together. Students wouldn't have had before. They go, you're putting that in the smoothie?
Yeah.
And then,
like it's a lovely texture.
It's funny when we're adding spinach.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just put a few leaves there,
Yeah.
So like, it's hilarious.
Brilliant.
Then using tahini for the first time.
Yes.
Cream sesame rather than peanut butter. It's really interesting.
And where can people find you?
The organisation collaborations, LA519.
LA519.
19.com. I'm on Instagram.
Yes.
All social. That's my community, my tribe.
Okay. So people might catch you in their local independent
communities. We do parent-teachers meetings, universities. We base it around if they have a celebration. There's an awareness week. I've got great sponsors behind me. It's so lovely for them to take that away with them. Yeah. That's what makes the memory.
Sounds fantastic.
The book is on sale in independent health stores.
The Kids Kitchen Takeover. I can vouch for the dal, the flapjacks. I'll work my way through it. It's really well laid out and lovely.
It's easy to...
Actually, my son, who's a teenager, said, how can hummus be healthy? It's so gorgeous. It's one of the most gorgeous things. And our chickpeas are lovely in that. Yeah, it's brilliant.
The same ingredients throughout. Everything tested by kids of all various ages.
I wish you all the best in your work, and I hope you continue to inspire and educate the next generation. Thanks, Oliver. Thank you.